Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'm working with you step by step through each of the ABRSM theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download these in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also find out about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time on exam day when you're actually working through your exam paper. So if you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more to come. And now we're going to make a start on the 2014 past paper for grade 5. So if you turn with me to page 2, just turn over. We'll make a start on question 1. So there are a few little changes from 2014 to the way the exam is set out. However, these past papers are still an excellent revision resource, so I would just go ahead and answer these and I'll show you any differences as we go along. So let's crack on. So the first thing we're asked to do, everything is relating to this little extract here and then here. We're asked to first of all put the bar lines in. So we're in 4 crotchet beats or 4 quarter notes per bar, so we just need to add up all the time divisions to figure this out. So we've got a half of a beat here, 1 there, half there, so that gives us 2 altogether. There's 1.5 beats and there's another half beat, that gives us another 2. So there's our first bar line. Nothing too scary yet. So again, we've got 1 beat here and then 2 halves gives us another beat, so there's a minim or a half note's worth. Now then here we've got a little bit of thinking to do. Don't be put off by these triplet signs. Remember, it just means 3 in the time of 2. So we have 2 semiquavers worth, or 2 16th notes. Alternatively, that's the same as 1 quaver 1/8 note. So we have half a beat here, half a beat here. So altogether, that gives us 1 beat. And then we have half a beat here and half a beat here. So again, that gives us another beat. And there we have our 4 beats, 1 2 3 4 at the end of this triplet here, because we've already worked out the maths of that there, 3 in the time of 2. So we have half a beat here. We know that this is half a beat, so there's our 1 beat, there's 1 beat, there's 1 beat, there's 1 beat, there we go, 4 beats there. So then let's carry on. It's very good of them to give us that bar line there. So let's carry on. So we've got half a beat here, 4 demi-semis or 30-second notes in the time of 1 quaver. So there's 1 beat with the rest. Now here, although we've got lots of dotted divisions, this and this sort of cancel each other out. We've got 3/4 of a half and an eighth, as it were. That sounds very double Dutch. Let me just work this out and show you the diagram. If we have half a beat here and we divide it, you can see that's worth 3/4 and that's worth 1/4 of the half a beat, so that's an eighth. So we know that is 1/2 of a beat. However, we also know that everything is grouped in either quaver or crotchet beats. These are semiquavers and this dot cancels out this here. So it's basically, we've got 4/4 of a beat here. So that gives us a crotchet beat there. We can sort of say that they cancel each other out mathematically, and we know that they're grouped in crotchet beats there. So we have 3/4 of a quaver beat, 1/4 of a quaver beat, same again, that gives us a crotchet beat. So there we have 1 beat, 2 beats, 3 beats, 2 halves is 4 beats, so there's our next bar line. We have a half a beat here, a half of a beat here, that gives us 1 beat. We know already that that gives us another beat. However, I should have just glanced ahead. The etc. means this bar isn't complete, so actually that's job done. We don't need to do that. Let's move on to the next section. So we've got a little bit of observation here. We are asked to give the technical names of 2 notes in the left hand marked A and B. These 2 notes here, we're in G major. So before we go looking, let's just map out what it is we're going to be looking for. So the steps of the scale, there's our octave. We're in G major, so G is 1, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Of course that's F sharp, but your key signature takes care of that, so don't need to worry about that really. So in bar 1 we have this note here, C, D, E, F sharp. F sharp is the 7th degree of the scale. You can alternatively count it up from a G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, remembering to count G as your first. So we double check that. The 7th is called the leading note. That's the 7th degree of the scale because it leads to the tonic in your cadence points. Basically it's sort of the note that doesn't sound finished until it's pulled you back home to the tonic. There we go, let's carry on. So now B, section B, question B, we have a letter C here, and we know that's the 4th degree of the scale. Alternatively we can count up 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 4th degree of the scale is the subdominant. There we go. And now we have a little bit of harmony. This is always my favourite bit. I'm not sure why. Okay, so here we go. So we need to describe the chords. Oh, let's show you the music first of all. So we're looking at these chords here. We're in the key of G major. So let's map out what we're looking for. Chords 1, 2, 4 and 5. So in G major, chord 1 of course is based on a G, chord 2 is based on an A, the 2nd degree of the scale. The 4th degree of the scale is a C, the 5th degree of the scale is a D. Build up your triads, 1st, 3rd, 5th, G, B, D, A, C, E, C, E, G, D, F, A. Of course it's F sharps, but your key signature takes care of all that, so we won't bother. And then we have root position is A, 1st inversion, 2nd inversion, so we need to watch out what our bass note is. So let's look at the chord X and see what's going on here. So chord X, we have an F sharp, an A and a D, and so we can see that that's chord 5. The F sharp is in the bass, and so it's going to be a 5B. There we go. So let's look at chord Y. So we have a C, an E and an A. So that's chord 2, and because the C is in the bass, that's the lowest note, it will be a 2B. There we go. And then the last one, here we have a D, a G, a B and a D. So that's chord 1, and because the D is in the bass, we'd call that one C. So there we go. Nice and easy. Let's carry on to this last little question here. So we're asked to rewrite the first left hand note of the extract so that it sounds at the same pitch, but we're now using the alto clef. We've got the clef, but we need to put in the key signatures. So first of all, let's do that. We've got a key signature of F sharps. So counting up from this, which is C, C, D, E, F sharp here. Now be careful, keep middle C as your anchor point so that you don't end up in the wrong octave. This is middle C in the alto clef. And then the first left hand note of the extract is this one. This is middle C here. So we've got a C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 above middle C. So make sure you count up from middle C. C, D, E, F, G, that's your 5 above. And there, that's that note done. There we go, that's that first question completed. I do hope this is of help to you. We'll look at the next question in the next video. If you can subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing, and please do give me a like. Also, if you could make sure to browse through all the information that you can find on my website, go to sharonbill.com and have a look at the resource and information that's available to you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.